Hi, welcome to our Friday's live stream. And you can see that we started a minute late. I didn't manage to do preparations. Surprise, surprise. Just a second, I'll change the name of the feed. Today is 14th of February. Crazy how the time is going. And then I check the settings for YouTube. It's not made for the kids. Save, and we should have a right picture. Not picture, the name for the live stream. And then I'll open a chat here. Let's see how that one goes today. I really hope today we get the sound working from the first try. At least I can see my bars on the screen are moving nicely and everything should be working today. What I have learned from the previous times, that pick the right channels and change them from the main place. If I change them from the studio, it doesn't always affect the whole chain of different inputs and outputs, and then we run into problems. Just adjust the headset. I'll open one more tab where I can give my side eye how the stream is going and muting the side. Okay, that's good. And let's test the chat. Chat has been tested, and then I will see that will it appear to main chat, most likely. Yeah, I can see people are joining. That's nice. We have today way different day than we normally have, and it didn't come to chat. No, it came. I just had to change the screen. We have a way different day today. We are going to talk about working in Finland, but what we have today is based on the yesterday's private Google Meet group, and we basically we talked about working in Finland and which are the best areas to concentrate. We had a couple of economical numbers. We are going to check those now in the very beginning of the stream. I just want to share small bits for you. But then we started an interesting topic, and that one was about making money with Finnish natural products, because you have moved in a country with a lot of forest, crazy amount of the forest. Pick any city and just walk a bit outside, you will find forest. Then you will find the natural areas where you can walk. Hi, Walter. Nice to see you. And then what I was saying, those natural areas. Yeah, it's really easy to move in the nature. Good connections there. Some places you can even get by the bus. There are very nice stops here and there. And then you can make a really nice profit and income. And what's the best part of this income is that it's tax free. My favorite combination, that if something pays you really well and it's tax free, that's the dream combination, especially in this high taxed country. But let's see, just a idea what we talked about. Ah, yeah, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Today is a Valentine's. One company tried to book a course for this day, but I managed to dodge it. But then I'm paying the bill on Sunday. I'm having a Sunday work day. But I got my Valentine's Day free. I can have a morning with you, and then I will have the rest of the day with my family. That's a good combination. But let's see. Let's refresh our memory. I'll try to open one presentation. My favorite, Google Slides. Who wouldn't love PowerPoint type presentations? And let's just switch, uh, see a couple of pictures and get that idea what we have been talking. And now I'll take here screen share. I will change it to this one. Let's give it a moment. Yeah, now it changed. Ah, Sudesh is here. Hi, Sudesh. So nice to see you. Yeah, I think you didn't make it yesterday. You had own things to do. But hey, here's just to refresh our memory. Unluckily I don't have my screenwriting tools. Need to figure out what works with this. That how do I write on the screen that you can actually see it? But what? How did we start yesterday's day? Uh, I have been trying to tell in the different ways that you need to pick the areas you put your effort. And this picture, let's not tell anybody. I found it from yesterday's webinar I joined. It was a SEO about search engine optimization, AI, and stuff like that by Search Engine Journal. I spent an hour there. I think this picture is available online, so we are not not in a trouble. But they had a really good point. Okay, rest of the webinar was about AI and companies creating thousands of pages to feed the content for search engines. Not my thing. I like that the content is to the point, and if you don't have anything to say, you can be silent. But yeah, what was the idea and what was the best part I picked from yesterday was that I'll put my mouse, that one you can see, that mostly people are putting all the effort in the very top of the pyramid. If we take the whole field, let's say that we want to find a work on a construction field, that we only pick the very small area of available jobs. And what we usually concentrate are the portals like Jobly, Duunitori, Glassdoor, Työmarkkinatori, you name it. We have a million of them, and you can spend easily a full week just going through them. They're very good sources. I'm not saying that. You just need to have a different approach there. So everybody's concentrating for the open jobs available through online application. And what happens when that application comes available? There are thousands of e- eyeballs aiming for the same ad for the very same moment it comes online. And then they are applying. And that's why companies, when they post an open position, they get easily a couple of hundreds applications. A bit overwhelming and really bad from your point, because then uh, you will drown among the papers and they can only pick just a few. And then chances are pretty slim that you get that place for the open application. That's why there's a different approach. Automation, make things to go smoothly without your effort. Of course, sign up for those services, create your profile. Then you should set email alerts, pick a couple of fields where you want to find the work, and let those email alerts to come to your inbox and then start replying when they come. But don't spend your whole day. And then we have this untapped sea. We dive deeper. And why is this one untapped? It's because it's always harder. It needs more effort. It's a bit unknown environment for us because we don't know what will happen. But sometimes you need to take a bait, throw it very deep, and check what you can catch, and then keep going. You find very interesting things. Like I was teaching that to my son last summer. We had a blast. We had a crazy good time. That we bought a magnet from Motonet. It had a 10-meter rope attached to it. And then we took a car and we drove around the city. And we were throwing that magnet from the bridges, uh, yeah, mostly from the bridges. Next to the sea, we also walked on the rocks and we were throwing that magnet to the water. And we were seeing that what we can catch. We got all kind of old rusty nails. We got some old ship parts, really cool stuff. And we just had a magnet. We threw it in the deep sea and then we pulled it up. And some cases there was nothing, but sometimes came up something. It was a really fun experience. And not many people does that. Of course, I don't encourage you to go and throw a magnet around the sea, it doesn't work as a it's not, it doesn't replace a job unless you make a YouTube video out of it. You create a channel that you walk around and you try to fish metal things from the sea. That also could be interesting. There's actually a big hobby group around it. They sell really powerful magnets to fish stuff from the sea. But yeah, again, off tracks. That's what usually happens. And now I need to remember what I was talking. Yeah, untapped area, very deep in the job markets. And here we can fish with direct connections. We start going through companies, we collect emails, we just send them a message. How are you doing? That do you have any job opportunities? Do you hire people? Just short message, really simple to throw it there. And then, of course, networking while you contact companies, you have friends working around, build lists, see where people are working, ask what's going on. You can do cold calls. Here was one very good type of, it's not exactly cold call, because sometimes when you keep calling, it's a bit annoying because the phone sellers, everybody's calling you, not cool. But you can adjust it a bit. For example, we have those work exhibits a lot around that where companies are showing what they are doing, they are telling if they are hiring, and so on. Every city has those regularly. Go to those places, talk with people, and remember, ask the business card. They carry a business card. If they don't carry, write a name somewhere, take a phone number, and then after a while, maybe a couple of days, let them recover a bit, give them a call and say that, hey, I met you in this exhibit. We talked. I'm really interested of your company. How are you doing? Do you have any chances for the work, or do you have anything coming a bit later? Because there you have your opening line. You can easily start a conversation, and it's not a really cold call. You have seen the guy, and you can use that to your benefit. And it could be that the guy doesn't remember you, but it doesn't matter. You have that opening, and then something common. And then one part is self-employed. And this one triggered really good talk yesterday in a private Google Meet group, that we talked about freelancing work, and then one guy said that I'm I'm now I don't want to go wrong with the name, so, and I don't want to call names out. So uh, what I was saying, yeah, with this guy, we talked about berry picking. He worked for a company and spent autumn picking berries, and I think they were blueberries, really good. And then I said that, okay, have you sold them by yourself? No, we worked for a company. And then I got interested that, hey, how much are companies paying when you pick berries? I didn't ask that one. I did a bit research, and I have here my cheat sheet. the the couple of numbers I calculated, but turned out to be that on average, this is from the official data. Companies paid, for example, blueberries 91 cents, 0.9 euros a kilo, which turns out to be 70 cents a liter. But we will come back to that soon. I will be talking about how to earn good money tax-free in Finland. And now we talk about easily a couple of hundreds euros a day, and that's tax-free. And the season is starting in half of a year, so we have time to get ready, plan it. That will come soon. Let's get this boring statistic stuff first uh, done. Okay, that was the picture. People who joined just right now, there's a new picture in front of you. But idea was, I'm not going to back, you can check it from the recording, that usually we put effort on this area, the top, if we have a sea of work available us, that everybody's fishing there. It's really hard to catch a job from there because the competition is crazy. Somebody else very often catches the job in front of you, and then you need to keep fishing, really frustrating. But we sometimes forget, or very often forget, that that's just the top of the sea. We can dive deeper and fish there. And here are listed a couple of ways how we can fish in a deep sea, like direct connection networking, called call self-employed, and so on. Those being the best results, and competition is really low on that area. But then just a bit very small amount of statistics. So very often I bore with people with them, but I want to see that how is Finland doing and what's generally happening. We went last time through about numbers, how many euros Finland collect taxes in a month, and we were concentrating on the change. What has changed? Here, the first big bar, that's personal taxing, for example, from salaries. Then we have company taxing from the profits. VAT here is employers' uh, health insurance payments, property tax. This is tax for specific products like alcohol, sweets, so on. And then another tax is listed, the lowest one. And what we concentrated here was that we can see uh, personal taxes a bit raising. Yeah, that usually happens here. But what was the most important part was that company taxes, what they pay from profits, that's lowering. It means that companies are not doing that great. And then here is employers health insurance payment. And then okay, say that I have all texts. I'll check that. I thought I saved it, but we don't know. I'll check soon. And then from what we want to look from the, I lost the thought, but it will come back. Yeah, employers' health insurance taxes are also getting a bit lower. It just means that maybe the salary sums are getting smaller, or then we generally pay less salaries to people. Just to get the picture that market is getting tougher. But that's enough of the previous topic, and I'll take a one back. Stats away, not to scare people. Now I will check what does it say about the details. I have a Friday 14th. I think they have been changed because here is no change button available. I'll go to just a second. I'll go to see it from my live feed. What is it doing there? Just to see did it update. Just refresh. But this is always in things happens in a live feed. It says 14th, the Friday 14th. Yeah, you noticed you were first one to join. That's why you had alt text. You, I a long time ago changed it from my streaming software, but they went somewhere hidden. So hard to say where they are now hiding. Need to figure it out, but haven't had time. But then let's. I'm going through different tabs at this moment. I closed one. I'll try to get the newsfeed list. Just a second. Not here. But hey, I'll change the picture. I'll talk about it. We don't need to see those news. They are available. Anybody can find them. And I'll start showing. Let's have a different picture. Let's have a something away from the statistics. It's not cool. But here, now we will have tax-free ways to make income in Finland. And this one translates to really good numbers generally. And first, we are going to talk about blueberry. Season starts in autumn, And there are two different ways how you can, for example, pick blueberries. First is that you find a company who buys blueberries for industry. The problem there is that price they pay is really small. On average, they have been paying 90 cents a kilo, which and 1 kilo is around 1.3 liters. It depends the size of the blueberry and so on. But generally, that one translates to 0.7 euros a liter, that they pay you ridiculous 70 cents a liter. You need to pick a lot of berries for that money. But what happens if you sell it by yourself? The law says that if you pick natural products from the forest and you sell them by yourself, that's tax free. I think one of the only things what's tax free in Finland. And you pick, for example, 10 liters, like a nice bucket. You get it cleaned, and then you sell it through Tori. We have Facebook has groups. They have local groups. They have groups which are dedicated for selling natural products, and there you can suddenly get 4 to 5 euros a liter. And let's take a calculator. I have it here open. I didn't manage to calculate the numbers, but that happens sometimes. And anyway, this is a free stream, just me yakking around, whatever. But uh, what did I want to do? Because in 10-liter bucket, if company buys that, 10 divided 1.3, it would make 7.7 kilos, and then we multiply it with 1.91. Yeah, you get the magical 7 euros for 10 liters. And that one makes an hour price around 7 euros an hour. That's not cool. And then if you sell it in Facebook, let's say that you ask shy 45, reasonable price because you want to get rid of it. Then your our salary is 45 euros an hour for picking. Of course, there's a side tasks and everything related to the work that you get it in the selling uh, condition. But you can easily make 100 euros a day. And then that was about the blueberry, available freaking everywhere. Not a problem. But in the beginning of the feed, we talked about fishing in deeper sea. Everybody does blueberry. When it comes out, they run in the forest. They are picking it like there is no tomorrow. But that's only the little part what we have here available. And let's go through a couple of things. Of course, we have a lingonberry there and so on. You can pick those. I'll share second one. This one I actually need to check what's the name for this. It's Carpolo in Finnish. Just a second, I'll very quickly translate it if my browser would open. Yeah, cranberry. Yeah, I should have remembered that one. Yeah, cranberry. Because if blueberry comes in autumn and then are starting to come those night minus degrees, it gets a bit cold. Usually people stop there. Then we continue with cranberry. This is growing wild on the swamps. You can pick good amounts. It's a big berry, so you get it quite fast. And how this one is sold, because what we talked yesterday, and the guy said that hey, he has been picking berries, yeah, that autumn, and then it ends. There's no another work. This one continues after the blueberry season ends, and then people sell it frozen into around 3 deciliter packages. And there are even now ads in Tori and it stays well there, and you can keep selling. You can even sell it to restaurants, you name it. And in this case, the liter price is now, it was €6 for 3 deciliters, a bit less. So it actually translates to €18 a liter. Starting to talk really nice numbers and really nice money. And what I noticed, the announcement on this berry is in a smaller quantities uh, on those online places. Of course, the demand is also smaller, but the pay is bigger. And then for people, if you live in near Lapland, you have a one very great advantage. I'm checking the name again. Yeah, it's a cloudberry. Yeah, I think I should have remembered that one too. And here we change the screen sharing again. Here, here it is. This kind of a berry. Uh, let's check the price. I very quickly type. Yeah, I have written a couple of notes, but here it says that it, yeah, of course, it depends on the quality and the year, but liter price, no, this is a kilo price, is around 30 to €38 a kilo. And if you pick, that's if you sell it by yourself. If you sell it for company, you suddenly get only €10 a liter. That's crazy, crazy big difference. So which one you would take? See a bit trouble, sell it online, or then you would sell it for company easy €10 a liter. But the pay is really small. And then there's also one market which is completely overlooked. We even have companies where you can sell, if you can't sell it online, most likely you can. It's the mushrooms, and they pay quite well. Last year, many people who didn't have a summer job, they were unemployed, you name it, you know the situation. They picked mushrooms, and their our salary, not our, the day salary was from 100 to €200. So this one also has serious money lying around the forest. Let's change here, and now we will see couple of pictures. I'm not going to go through. I will point you out couple of good points that, yeah, I have collected all of them. But for example, these, now can't remember the name in English, mushrooms even less than with the berries, but this one grows like mad, at least the forest we have around us. And people have been collecting them and selling directly to local restaurants because it's a really good mushroom, and you can pick crazy amounts of them in a very short amount of the time. Long time ago, I had my first Sherman Shepherd. Now my second one is sleeping on the couch behind me. We went together to the forest just to give exercise for the dog, and easily could pick 30 to 40 liters of this kind of mushrooms in short during that time we went to the forest. And let's see, I'll try to find price. I'll get you a name. It says a yellow roof. No, yellow foot. Yeah, you can see it's a yellow from the foot. Name yellow foot. And let's see how much it would have cost. I put my mushrooms to the freezer. Let's see. Okay, here it comes. And oh, I love this new AI Gemini updated. If it doesn't know an answer, it throws me a web search. It says that it's searching on the web, and then it came with feedback. There's a one website called Mustikakukko, which sells uh, these yellow food mushrooms for 5 liters, 16 euros, or 10 for 30. So around 320 to 3 euros a liter. So let's say I spend a couple of hours with my German Shepherd in a forest. We walked around, dog was running there freely, and then when I was walking around the dog, I collected the mushrooms. So let's say I collected that 30 liters, which was really fast. It made me, what does it make? 90 euros just for taking a dog out. So you can see money is hidden there. You just need to know about where to go get and so on. And for example, if shops are selling the mushroom, the list price is around 19 euros a kilo. And if you want to sell this one for company, there is Saimaan Marjamarkkinointi who is buying it, and they pay 2 euros a kilo. So you can pick what works for you. Even if I would have taken those mushrooms for a big buyer, I would have got 60 euros just for taking dog out for a walk. Of course, I would need to carry that 30 liters of mushrooms, but I would do that for 60 euros. I wouldn't ask questions. And then the golden one. Check this one out. This one. Now I'll find a name for it. Okay, it says Chantarelle, almost like Cantarelli in Finnish. And let's see how much you can get for this. These are less in the quantities when you walk in the forest. And Saimaan Marjamarkkinointi, they buy it for 3 euros a kilo. So it's a bit bigger price for it. And then in the markets, it has been sold, depending on the city, 5 to 15 euros a liter. So, yeah, Cantarelli. Valtteri got it. Have you been collecting them? Yeah, you can write in the chat if you have. And then, because why I like, for example, walking around the forest, yeah, the main thing is that the dog gets exercise, and and I have a good time there. I have a time to chill a bit, and then I collect those mushrooms. But thing is that you can find a lot of different things. And check this one out. That I'll check the name for this. This is actually yesterday somebody I know who asked that, do we have poisonous mushrooms? That yes, we have, and this is one of them. And what do we do with poisonous mushrooms in Finland? We cook them and eat them. Because why you wouldn't? If you can it, you just need to boil it crazy amount of times, prepare it well, and then the mushroom doesn't kill you. It tastes good. And let's see the name. Let's see the name for this bugger. It's the tasty, ugly, very poisonous mushroom. False morel. Scientific name Gyomitra escuelenta. And you need to prepare it really well. But now we found something tasty and really poisonous from the forest. Let's see what do they pay for it. Any guesses? Okay, now we are getting searches. And okay, it's a bit tougher to sell. Companies don't have available prices now online, but they buy it. It depends from the year and the season. But let's see, here are different examples. For example, in Facebook, we have been selling them in a 10-liter buckets for a price of 40 euros. And it's a big mushroom. It doesn't get that many mushrooms. And then syötteen sienien yrtti, they they sell them tried 850 a small bag. Then the kilo price is suddenly 283 euros. Okay, Walter, 10 euros. uh, what kind of 10 euros? That 10 euros, I told it was one big buyer online. And I think it's a really low price to sell it. Yeah, the prices now I'm saying they come through search, and these are averages what companies has been paying. And then I have a couple of Facebook prices listed when I found it. But yeah, that mushroom what Walter is talking is kantarelli in Finnish. Let's see, can we find anything else interesting here? Then we have all kind of, what is this one? I'm getting your names. I'm learning today also. Just googling the names of the mushrooms. Best day. Yeah, porcini. And then we have a Suillus luteus. And then what you want to avoid is a bitter bollete. That one is not eatable because it's not tasty at all. But those two first ones, for example, porcini, they sell a lot in Italy. We have a couple of companies shipping them, and they pay quite good money. Let's see what they pay for you. Let's see. Maybe I should give a chat GPT to run this show. It can tell about the topics. Then you don't need to wait me to to find, because now we are improvising a bit. Yeah, in the shop it sells around 30 euros a kilo. But thing is that there is Saimaan Marjamarkkinointi who buys it, but we don't have a price for this year. So can't say, but I would say around what I have seen, 7-10 euros previous year. I could be absolutely wrong. Never know. Never know. We can't find it out. Those are the old prices. But yeah, and then yeah, that one we already checked. Yeah, that was the part of the natural products. And let me sum up what to do if the case is that we don't have a job available or we have a part-time job. We still need to pay bills. We don't have to accept the fact that people are not maybe hiring that moment, or we have a bit extra free time in our hands. You can always do something by yourself. And from from July around there starts already the mushroom season, and then the berries will come a bit after that. And you can easily from uh, July to end of October, depending on the year. I can say that I have been in the forest also in November. It absolutely depends on the year, but there's a good almost 6 months time to collect all kind of natural products from the forest, and then just find a proper selling channel. Like how I would do it. Let's say that I my early year was really slow. I have just a couple of part-time jobs. Then summer comes, doesn't look good at all, but I need to feed the family. What would I do? Okay, I would still keep those odd gigs to fill the week, and then I would start going through natural products from the forest. First of all, I would start with chantarelle, Finnish cantarelli. I might screw up the English name. And I would start picking those because it's one of the earliest mushrooms. So I would start picking those, making easy at least tenner a liter. It would translate, if you find the proper places, to a couple of euros of a day. So it actually pays more than the jobs they are offering around. So I would start with those, keep going. No, of course, I have a bad days between, but when you find the spots, you have found them. Then comes blueberries. I wouldn't sell it for companies if I don't have to. I would sell it in Tori and Facebook. I would make, let's say, shy 45 euros the 10 liters. And I could maybe collect 20 to 30 liters a day. It depends how good my back is. Let's say 20. So that one translates now 90 euros a day. Not bad. And when you are going, you can still keep your eye for the mushrooms and pick them, try to find the different kinds, try a different sales channels for them. So doing really well now. And then there comes, after blueberry comes a lingonberry, then there is a cranberry coming, and same time you are getting different kind of mushrooms to add, and some of them base really well. And I would say that there would be a easy 5 to 600 euros in a week, and that one wouldn't kill your back. You could do it in an easy way that you go in the morning when it's cooler, and then you come home when actually it starts to be hot outside. And a lot of people from Thailand does this. They does it in bulk, and they pick a lot of them. Then they sell them on the markets and Facebook groups and so on. So there are people doing this, and why we couldn't try. And then in the autumn, you will most likely notice that you have made many thousands of euros tax free. And that one is most likely more than you would have made at work at the same time. So that was my thoughts about the mushrooms, because I can say that I got personally just a bit upset when I hear that people collect berries for companies. Of course, our industry needs those berries, but they are paying so bad price that it really hurts. And then they get it in profits. Of course, they have also expenses. They need to market it and so on. But there is not really much for people who actually does the heavy lifting. But yeah, that one was the berry talk. It's a funny topic. My wife was laughing when I told in the morning that, yeah, I'm going to talk today about mushrooms. She knows it's one of my favorite topics, and in autumn, I'll go and pick some amount. Not that much as I would like to. Last year, I was doing a lot of construction works. I was buried under under the bricks and stones. But this year, I'll make sure that I have enough time. I'll take my dog out and we'll go and see how much tax-free income we can create. But then, related to topic, I'm going to open one tab. We have seen this before, but I'm going to add here. No, I'll take a one. I'll try to find out, was there a new review? Bear with me. Coming soon. And let's see. Yeah, this is shameless advertising. They are not paying for me, but I'll open the page. So keep it in your mind that they have picked it from the most favorable point for the Forworks, my favorite billing service. But let's see what they have here. And let's first talk about the idea of freelancing, because we started to talking with berries and mushrooms. That's almost like freelancing, except it doesn't include any paperwork or tax paying. That it's all money is for you. And then the same idea is that we can find odd jobs. especially seasonal works. And then we can easily find a client, maybe Facebook group, the local group, and then offer services and go and do a 1 day work. And then we need to somehow build a client. And to be a freelancer in Finland is really easy. You can create a freelance account in a billing service, and it doesn't cost you anything to create. It doesn't have running fees, and you only pay when you use the service. So I think that's a quite sweet deal. And let's go through a couple of companies and what kind of expenses it has, because the previous one was tax free. This one is taxed, and it has side costs. But we need to work. We need to make living. And what I use here is a four works basic service. I have a basic, I don't go pro or anything. I just like to create a bill and that's it. Their service fee is 3.6 to 2 percent. And this one includes an insurance. And here it says that there's an insurance up to 2 millions if you screw up really badly. And then your own part will be 600 euros from that accident. It's a really good backup if you do work which has responsibilities and you have a chance to break something. Then we have a Ukko, it's 8%, Easy 7 to 5%, Omapaja 7, Laskuttamo 6.5, Bisse 4.9, and it's actually 2 point something if you don't have insurance. Then FinJob 4, Flexwork, you get the idea. And here is something crazy up to 13%. So we can go really wild with the billing, and here are some without insurance listed. So you can pick a one, and then you will pay a small percentage from your uh, bill to this company, and they handle taxes and everything instead of you. What they left from this, because we need to now realize who created the list. It was a forwards. This is from their own webpage. They left out services where you can create the bill and they have a fixed price. It doesn't matter how big the bill is. For example, creating €1,000 bill through forwards costs 36 euros. But then creating a bill through a service with fixed price, it would be 10 euros. You save 26 euros. But those services don't have insurances. And I wouldn't use them if you don't need the insurance. If you have an easy gig, you have done it already, then pick the one, pick the cheapest one for you. And you can mix and match any of these. It doesn't matter which one you use. You can use one for a while. Maybe they will make you mad, something doesn't work. You can move easily to next one. No consequences and not a problem at all. And for what kind of cases you can use billing service? You can use it, for example, seasonal works. Now we are getting close to end of the winter, and this is something what I try to do with my son, just to get him the idea that how to earn a bit money and how things work. A bit about marketing and mainly working together. He needs a new computer, and I thought that maybe we could make the money for it, that it wouldn't come out of my pocket. We will see how it will happen. It will be a fun experience. But for example, tire changing. When the spring comes, a lot of people they go, for example, to Vianor. They get their tires changed there. They pay some amount of the money. Maybe they have tires there stored for a winter. That's not maybe our target client. We want to target the people who store them at home or somewhere near, and then we can go to their home and change car tires there and bill for the work. And in that kind of cases, you can use this kind of service, and your your client will get the official bill. and all the taxes will be paid from it. So they don't have a feeling that they would hire somebody unofficially. And I every spring I see those announcements, and many of them are doing quite well. That when the tire season is coming, they put on the shop boards, Facebook groups, even the newspapers that I'll come and change your tires in your home place just to book a time. Some really easy job if you have tools. Let's see. Let's ask from AI, what does the renkaanvaihto changing tires cost? Let's see, will it go around what we have here? And then also, when we are talking about seasonal works, the garden card, ah, it's getting late and a long night. Yard works, for example, you can offer that you come and do, and then you use this billing service, and options are endless. And what I would recommend to read a book, I'll check that one soon for you. I thought sometimes for fun pick their different topics. Yeah, this one is the priced how how it works in Kotka area. That when you go and change tires on somebody's yard, it's around 40 euros. You get 30 euros, and you can fit many of them in a day. Let's say that if you do one every hour, you need to think about the planning. That one makes 320 euros. And after the taxes, you will get around 200 in hand from that day. So not bad, not bad as a side hobby and do something for fun. But then what else I was planning to uh, yeah, the book. Let's see if this one got the idea. I'm trying to form. I don't remember the name. Just bear with me. I'm still typing. I just bear with me. We're almost done for today. I see. Here it is. Here it is. I'm just checking that it has, and then I'll go to pick it from the Google. Yeah, it's exactly this one. I will open the bigger picture. I'll try. Can I zoom out? Yes, I can. I'll show you. Today we have a book club also. We had a berry talk, we had a freelancing, and we had a book club. Everything for one day. And this one, for example, that there's several books. This one came to my mind. I need to find the another ones because I also like reading. Uh, this is $100 startup book, and it just gives you ideas how to do something extra, start a new business, start a side hobby, side income. Really good ideas. All about how to do it simple. You get the idea, think about how to simplify it, and so on. And these ideas you can use with billing services. Go test, does it work? If it doesn't, do something else. Just keep testing, and then some point you will find out what works really well. So we have a lot of options. Uh, I have talked an hour, actually 56 minutes. Let's summarize what we talked today. And while I'm summarizing, if you have any questions, write them in the chat. I can see that Valtteri has been very active. Sudes is here with me. If you have any questions, hit them in the chat because we are finishing for today. But with what we talked today, short summary, we we started with the idea where to put effort. There we talked about imaginary sea, where the work opportunities are swimming. People, if it's a shape of the pyramid, people are usually fishing in the very top of that pyramid, where the easy catch is, like open job applications, Jobly, Glassdoor, Työmarkkinatori, Tuunitori, you name it. They post available jobs all the time. And then there's a deeper sea. And that's our thought today, that we need to dive a bit deeper where the best catches and competition is smallest, like uh, contacting directly to companies, trying to find out recruiters from the exhibitions and so on. A lot of different options. And that's where I love to put effort. It brings the best results. And based on that idea, we picked today a couple of topics which are completely different what people would expect. That you would think that you need to find a company to make a good living here. And I picked you a couple of examples. Uh, First, we started to talk about natural products. That's a good example because if you pick them by yourself, you sell them by yourself, that income is tax-free. We talked about blueberries, easy sale, 45 euros, 10 liters on Facebook. Then we talked about cranberries. That one was 16, 18 euros a liter. Then we talked about mushrooms, roughly any mushroom, 10 a liter on average you can get. And this one all translates easily. If you put a full day effort and you don't need to run, it translates easy 100 to 200 euros a day. Last year, and this one I remember from the news. I didn't find the exact news, didn't remember what should I be Googling, but we had a youngster who didn't get the summer job, and he decided that, hey, I'm not gonna stay at home. He went to forest and he picked blueberries, mushrooms, whatever you can catch from there. And his best day was 700 euros for a day salary. He hit the jackpot for that day. It doesn't happen always. It, you really need to find a good place. But one of his days was really good. And think about this. If you spend working 8 hours for 12 hours, 12 euros an hour, that one makes you 96 euros. And then you take taxes away from that. Compared to the guy who hit one day 700 euros. Of course, every another day he made more than this 96. He got around a week's salary, if not more, in one day compared to people who grind every day for 12 euros an hour. Just to put an idea. And then we related to this topic, also based for the Wednesday meeting, was about freelancing in Finland. Very similar for a berry picking, except here all the taxes and side costs are mandatory. That you can pick a seasonal work, you get maybe some idea. You can easily try it with billing services. It doesn't uh, cause any running fees. You don't get responsibilities if you open an account and so on. So you can try different things. Like soon spring comes. If you have tools, you can try that. Hey, could I market tire changing at people's home, or garden works for reasonable price, and so on. Endless amount of the possibilities. And if you don't have an idea at this point, there are crazy amount of the books. Here's a one example: the $100 startup ideas. Something what to start with a very small capital. And then there are books that which gives you $1,000 ideas, how to make $1,000, and so on. But if you start Googling this, you will get a lot of spam links which offers easy money. Stay away from those. And when I was Googling ideas how to make extra money as a side income, or just figure out to try something new, I found out a lot of Facebook groups, and these are something you need to stay away. I would like to have an undercover agent there and go to see what they offer. What's the catch? But there are like egg picking, looking for 50 people to pick eggs in Finland, paying 250 to 300 euros a day. That's insanity. We don't have such a job. So it's purely a scam. But love to see that what's happening under the hood. Most likely they might have the regular scam that when you contact them, they say that okay, sounds good, send us your copy of ID, or then they say that hey, we need an ID, and here's actually a small fee that give us 25, 50 euros that we will handle the paperwork, and maybe you will be a bit higher on the list. We don't know. Some kind of a scam. But hey, this one was our hour today, and I hope you liked it. Do you have any questions now before I'll get ready to pick my kid from the school and move on to Valentine's Day? I'll also write in the chat. And while while we are finishing, I can also say that we have a community tab open there. There people can now write a city and then a profession, and that's mainly for our private group, but I will also share a bit results and uh, information. But idea is that you can list a city and then pick a profession, and I will run a small email survey for companies there, and I will ask that hey, are you hiring English speaking people, and just generally how is your business doing, that is there any job opportunities available. I'm trying to collect small packets of hot leads which I'm going to share with small group of people. Okay, well, Terry had a good time. Yeah, I also had a good time. Sometimes every time when I'm talking mushrooms, it's a good day. There are so many topics I like, and they are not traditional. They are very, very weird. But hey, uh, thank you for hanging with me. We had several people. I saw it went up and down the numbers. Really nice that I wasn't talking to the empty screen. And then the rest of the people, usually there is around 40 people watching it after the record. So nice. Hey, we will see next Friday. I still haven't decided what's our topic, but I could pick something fun. Can't always be economics and different techniques. Need to also share some ideas, and I'll also get ideas by myself. So, next time, see you and thank you.